Kita dirgamle misteri mga tamlara blura Marshall aluk mlo ayang ra SL President Blura Marshall Islands el dongalin Hilda Haini di pera de guerra den kadiri kalmo la suara uk karir uk namora blurir el not only in dekadengi Marshall Islands angara state of emergency dan ngara rolling blackouts dirgal imora yun certira dirgal namoda kakal ringi mga namna ya tool state of emergency sel saruday night teng uk tilo aktol double rasel blura Roy Namur mot uk lo amisringi di why saying the President Tiramal optimistic one of the things we learned Tara priority niya raise our minimum wage. Tigil mali wayit $3.50 an hour. Isuri lang sa ngil $4.50 an hour. Same problems. Arang algira maral mura ngabar. Magrado create opportunities ra apelwat. Di kada mlulu malat kalgirir. Dirigal Sira dangar sem na tela dal mastri trial tokol malga dangara ablura marshals. Course other sel blue other tel blue di anno marmod ruk mesa captain Tio ma angel honorary consular yidra hero bo obgatan. Abu igara longi gida other bela se the boy be blue qadi mga taklela galurior mange ko ngara arsel tiada Marshall Islands Resort manageringi idirigal chairman rabor sel Marshall Islands Development pang of course ang consular gid mo taman bring asule ra hospitality ri ma arrangements ru sel bulu of course captain Tio nga doninga dirigal ndital captain ngarsel ngarigel maklol dial sira gibong ngadimo kmodibu sumada desaling dirigal ukirel mo al tobda dial all season di mamuruba ka mal diriga malamyak la dial ma of course Patrick Junior chief auditor sel bulu Maria gel tokta yeah Dr. Marie Langway ma ngem pila Senator Paul yeah uka bilang gel dirigam lo Minister of Finance sel bulu David Paul congratulate tir ma of course protocol ang liga arse tamal samarial mo uk mga madawar ang liga el mora micro games game no ya tela de dirigam uk mamesa gel venue ra micro games namo mereka BS el tiaka complex ng area track and field ma softball field ma ay gidele dirigal gym isel close gym tira ording kalt mokla so they're ready to host them tamal dia sagi hopefully ay sumo klad ngiru eran mer atel klada this other muta tel congratulate Rapid Creek no seed raiser 91,000 tel am nombre gal kalartib وريا دورال تيال نمرة كتشاندي من يتلا المتر أرادر البيرة الأولى يا سلم لكلول ميتين كده من السؤال لا of course تيال MOU لو مجال ADB اللي كده مدينة ست تيال نمرة اليوسان عنين وال الملتروبا يجيل وال payment كده المرة ADB يدي قال كده المرول until there was an MOU لو مجال PUC ما بيلاو ما ADB مثل ADB من سل MOU من قط مقرأ إندرامند من وجيو سيجي ده بقولوا أسا PUC كيرل استات الحرار سلون دي سل بالحرار سلون هذا PUC وقبول تكمريد أسا يجيبهم حرار تيالون بلام درقان أسا يجيبهم يقال السوور مريو ما يقال فيه بلاموت يقام ما مصوص من السومهم أرتي لايجي الرأي الجيرام الحراو دي بمودين أسا مستوى Gimon ngosong sararan mga egal service gim provide le gor komium no ya tela drmitra adro bra glula se tonita te al meda ngaswira api usire la rak lo kunsel bradra lon الجيل الحراري هو بتير mol Michael rates el ngani relal waisay gida dono se ortir mersil at least el gafer alon atara dirgal dul ngiti adro bila se el sebel da bisira u kaigal commercial ma government bols el pay ايجي actual rate ملا اكتر ربع يجي جيتسل اللي ابلا سيل دي الجابر اربك لادين دي قبل قول انفايتر هوتيل مرتين ده سبسيدايزر على الميل مالو ده سبسيدايزر سوري بيرم الهير هارار سيل غير هاراري دي قد اندرستاند سيل الرجل درام اوكل مرا اضرابلو من طول مول مول مس هيجي ريتس ده ميك شور ده هيلب تيل كوتروس بان اسو توني اضربلو ديرغل ملوس هذا لوني ترى هذا البير قالوا له عشان قال اللابل تايم الجدا أو مسر تيال وق يجي الريزلت ترى وكورة هذا ما قرقني تيال نمرة غرق جدا ديم تيجي له سيملي باجت تملي 99 مليون يجي ما قدم لطمة غير يقول برانش غارمنت هذه اللي تيا 92 مليون سوال سيفينغز را أيود المليون ديرغل ده سيب كولكشن سامل تريبل كلو رايجل الإكسبكتيشن منغاريا سبيشال أودو Minister ngara let's say 14 and more 15 million somewhere in that range. Ege adol tirak ralla emot mursel wal reserve fund ri. Makadogoro ulingi tira sigida amrania dal bang la wal tool emergency. Awana dal sodal al stubaral ma service provider ya PUC. Ya gumre lo hacen gida of course kadir ay gida look saving sigid to spell lo no sera adrablu. So قدرني ترتيب عشان مدة تبدأ 3 مليون مغني supplemental بلادا proposing السبب كلا PUC by paying the loan for 2024 قدري أقولني ترتيب عشان قدري كم لما بابلين لا pension sorry لوك قطع benefits مقدر أقولني تاسي at least مدة تبدأ 2 مليون عشان كده emergency fund الhelp para pension يجي دام دغني عشان غني سل لقي سلا تاجي سنال الملكلو تطلع على تودا ودود الجيرال قضانية تتواسي إذا راشل supplemental دغت مقلع يجي قدير غل لونية ترتيل واسي يتسال وقتها مسرا PGST أقول ناس يرمان التلا صادرين كاتريم سلدي دي قدام ناس تيان عملوا replace existing taxes يبدأ يلو سيناريا الأساسي extra الغرغريل مم دوس بيجي لودو السوماري first of all يتيال مو هارارا تيال tax refund را العلمل لونيرو البويل hopefully هذا مثل supplemental جدا المرال maybe this is something to consider مغيرو تقع هذول يتنتين مساسل child subsidy الالدي مو stopra 15,000 maybe غير increasing مو وغدل تلا threshold دريغل دومسا قدام مسا يجي الغرغنية ده مال identify ودون دي على سبيل دريغل تريغل هذا المسوق benefit دريغا هذا الأدر بيلاو المسوق social security بولس هذا المستريح some kind of lump sum benefit social benefit الهلبر تير let's say actors per number اللي دارت تكلو $480 سيل دوم مزر سيل first ال 8,000 income رجيت we charge 6% tax ما the help para retirees ادريغل the help para maybe تريال between 15 to 30,000 ادريغل مو سيجد البنفيت so تيسي الورتو تسيل تقول اسي نقطع other below دو تيلو دو del May alzo mariatteal the help para get other below قدام ده عشان برين هذا الأقل and that's يجدا أوكس هذا المروج كده مرة هذا والبيل ما قدرين تاتي على راسه كم يساسي هذا أي شيء الغوت مكلي ده عشان عليها هذه رجل تبلو proclamation سبب the signer last week أو غيره سلغوتا سل من صادرة work site wellness قدام يسأل ترى غوت اللي تتودا health ريد قدام يسأل الhealthy workforce and productive workforce. So when I said program with the lunch meal, I say 3 days during a work week, at least 1 hour. I say I say not alam sura 650, el arada house sura 850. Anyway, let's get something done. ngodion kita te alertir so kalunga te aler dire lukum sa minister wer Palau di update tergid ra uka igel uk happening sa ministry ra health tergid sulang human services
so lang malungit kita Mr. President ma beklaat to ni mo kommer ada media malungit kita Biabira updates sa Ministry of Health and Human Services. Kote sera last year, December, kadamlo sa edel sign MOU lobanggel sel NGO Guam Cancer Care. Sa mokte karingi kadamalasam lo sikrolele audio lobantril improve access el mora auguru ra kasinoma. Kadamangil lo sese tara aklol health issue gida Smay rakasinoma mora referral sel returning maltakay gil treatment matigay gidil adra Guam Cancer Care mo sabi ilmera hopefully mo sabi ilmera ongirul buil sa edel modong okloban trire gut maklia ko rata motetele laurior lo mesa sim magarada other belaw care belaw amonia access til mora affordable accessible cancer treatment ongirung Presidenta Eliam lo sa edel meter tigel adra US Army 9th Mission Support Command tigel lo ngara rap planning raigal rogul kuk tokora held raigal exercise rar soldar amerigal merabek karak makada malmol mil expect ay gidil maklol sa lemegal wako moana ma Pacific Partnership pemblo el ngani gidil el engagements and din direct el tokora uldar sa bebira ontidil mortir rakuk support ra tokora guru hospital gid mang sadal marungudal announce la set walblal approve ongit el wasebol sa beirar toktang at least ang imol toktang manur sa ma at technician el lobangged hospital abek time tal amo rotate ra abek ledeng ilon milbuil di ngania presence tilol nga sergid ra kuk tokora guru hospital o sisil time at direct si Crolela Hospital Administration Attaché may banggeda ra hospital akuk uling sergid ra tokora orotela aurira hospital direct gimil nga dadu urtil girela agora a physical training program ra agora align dalo banggel tegid el team ergid al ra milisi ra workforce el direct sabi ira igal ministry sa direct school more students el train lo sa magrado spare sa igid el BSL ICU unit الجوك take care ترجال مال الكريتيكال البيشنتس را hospital. Last but not least sel canvas back mission ado dingil se bekaragat blol center at team المي الميل نسير كغروس السبيشالتي تقونية تقرا ortho لو سبي له دورو كلا report الميل وكيرل سلم ل most recent الميشن تيل ملera November last year this time التملو سبي الغرا الطبيعية دايتاين كلوني لودو دل سبي دل سيبرينج البيس تري جد الفريل سيرفيسز of course التيرغال سبيشاليست سيل ميغد بالأول بيبيرتيرا جيرا دوك تيك كيرا ايرفير مالوبن بروديوم بس وال بلول 70,000 ملا سبي دل القاين يسيو جد ما HCF الهاراورنجي لو تتريل مي دي سيل كلوني لا سيرفيس البروفايدرنجي المورا 293 الآث perform 37 surgeries angara 1,063,000 award ra service mong so kalo oti sa igide president mong adrablum nom dingel wa sega investment el bebira time ngide lo tobdia se seludo den diesel return sa igide investment angara dartel el basent el murbab mo taltela el basent more than what we invest ndi so kal duli sa igide wal qora oti a value sa igid el investment hindi gigid ko man sulang kaya man ngiri kal book mura tara meeting gida madingel was last year October for the first time ang Adra Pacific mo opasel dru al regional director ra WHO gida madingel was the member ra WHO ya regional dangara alsela Western Pacific el include ra klol balura sinal mo mutra ko tal gagrel balura an UA mang malgora ngilan ngudula sa ilata mangel kuk regional director mle replace ngel Dr. Kasay Dr. Pugalal adratonga magi zoom call ilang kuk komeso sengrate al sa bedel Mayra WHO hila algukol balmonia change ra leadership. Omen sulang.
Sula, Minister Victoria. Minister Jenkins, you want to go first or Minister Mutua?
Start.
Mutua, kita orang artial ragara strengthening our workforce mo kam orang malia.
Maisi, man lungil tuta president mar adra media marugul adra Palau. Sokal ko ang attention ko mi ngir makan mortil al TV ngara aklit atum. Tilagi da kora basis ra al dadu ulbo ko sa adra ngir strengthening our workforce ragi de lobongela Minister Education. So sira the update ragi de la youth policy gadam miltigringi wasing selmle number 1 el kora career path ra ngalgeder high school US military. Misal talgi moger tiregal school rogul gi blorngi gi moger mun komin somil mongarang henjil gi milok mun soma mun soldau sedak play mar soldau marngal ra school akpai yomes ringit mumle elit utra reder tal guk employment services rigid elmlem it utra reder outreach yaw asap mo kita bebirati alla yaklorte alla bay ngara to ra kalkan kodang e president mitilagi de lo ura gi multabudira al sela labor el mlogor omes at mo taparte telorio lo mangala minister uduira WIOA el wasega domes at mo regel kora hot jobs ngregel gotul moklote al ring lorio el al time ra industry gi dra kalgan kodang ya domes el alo un ngartela le del dart mo e with el ad ay di sir trigger rogul adrangot el bulul ngar al sel tel kalgan kodang el al time el agi del tokora tlangtingi laurio regel langaringi magim lo adado ng Minister Education at the board asel ko curriculum bertinang dak pokko makan ko taktora education na duor nga hindi kim lo trial partner up mo kada makarang at rekangal rasku le nga freshman el mo senior selo to rasku ng nga talgi bul ko radu ma certificate lobang mo mobio tra employment service lo sig already makikora tingul mo segi de esakal pa yoyidi mora Minister Education mos modi sel ko academy certir makel tele la partnership ko mam eta de partnership lo mangela ko state and clol part la tourism mangara blurorior Minister Education.
Thank you, Mr. Batul. Essentially, what we have been trying to accomplish in the MOE over the past couple of years is to improve our students' learning, and in doing so. At the high school level, we have obviously discovered that there are certain skills that we do not possess that our students need in order to enter into the new job market. Our schools were designed in the 50s and the 60s to send children to college. That was basically the purpose. And we've been sort of laboring under that same program, which we are now changing. We are looking to enable our students to have different pathways of success in school as well as in the future. So with working with the ministry, Minister Batul, with the Bureau of Labor, it became apparent that there is a huge job market out there which we are unable to fill because our students are not prepared for it. And in doing so, we've gone back to our high school and we are redoing our curriculum. We began last year at the 9th grade level by changing the number of courses which are offered to the students and giving different levels of instrument courses to different students as their needs possess. Moving now into this year into the sophomore year, we've continued with that. But now with what we're looking at in terms of our 11th and 12th grade students, the academies are an area which we really need to revamp, and we are doing so by starting by looking for partnerships with government agencies, private business, NGOs, to assist us in providing the needs for our kids. This is an obvious need right here. We have 307 foreign nationals working in our number one economic driving force of tourism. We have a tourism and hospitality academy that our 11th and 12th grade students attend, but unfortunately, because of the way in which it's been structured, they haven't been able to receive the necessary instruction and skills to enter the job market immediately. So they required other additional education, etc. So what we're trying to do is revamping those so that what we're offering now in working with partnerships with the ministry and with some private businesses to give our students outside opportunities to develop their skills. This is made possible by our new calendar, which provides us with the intercession programs where the students have no classes to attend, and yet we can offer them these courses. So during the winter intercession, well, the Christmas break, we had 20 students from the high school attend different dive instruction and have now received their open water diving certification. Then we were very fortunate that the Four Seasons members here who are here have joined and offered to assist us to continue their development in our tourism and hospitality industry. So beginning tomorrow, we have 8 students who got their certification in December and who paid a visit to the Explorer to see what a class hotel really looks like and came back very impressed by what they had seen. And we're very eager to begin additional education to begin entering into that job market. So beginning tomorrow, they will have classroom instruction given by the members of the Four Seasons in our high school classrooms. And so that will continue to Thursday, Friday. Then on Saturday, Sunday, they will be taken out to the Explorer and begin their diving instruction. On both Saturday and Sunday will be straight diving. Following that, they return next Thursday to receive 2 more days of classroom instruction, and which is given not only in diving but also in marine biology and in coral growth by 2 experts who happen to be on the ship. So that on Saturday and Sunday they will complete their dives and be awarded the advanced open water diving certificate, as well as certificates regarding with the additional expertise they've gathered from coral growth and fish habitat. So this is all being done at no cost to the students or to the school. The Four Seasons are donating their services and their expertise for us on this. And so what we then hope to be able to accomplish as this has started the seed, to begin reaching out to other agencies and NGOs to help us with having those students study and learn more about Palau culture and history to a deeper understanding so that they can, again, gain the expertise to enter into our tourist and hospitality industry. They've been, the Four Seasons has also indicated that any students we have 8 students who are taking these courses now. Upon their graduation from the high school, they'll be offered internships of the Four Seasons Hotel in the Maldives Islands. So it's an exciting for 1 year, one which they can return and hopefully enter into our market and help take their place among these people who are working to bring the tourist in an enjoyable visit in Palau. So it's an exciting project, and it's only one of our, it's only the first of our academies that we are hoping to accomplish things like this. Our business, we're looking at helping with some finance. Obviously, we have an agriculture academy that we also hope to be able to get some assistance from the agriculture and our farming experts. So it's the system, and we're trying to accomplish by breaking down the walls of the school and reaching out and having people from business and government agencies lend their expertise to help us get the best education we possibly can give them. Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
Aktivismo doli presidente so lorenga sulela presidente lo sabe el modura Taiwan ma part del grant of course ngania todra MOE digo lorenga sulela se leader adra Taiwan el direga ngani selm tourism recovery grant el bilskid lo ngaseo direga lo todra ngal raskur togora kan godang ra toguni tegi del lomel el bakla mang tada kadil bora Palau High School. Director Nabeyamera gidale Bureau of Human Resource, Machiver gidra Youth, Momra legal private schools. El direga momra rolo mangela gel youth organizations. Lo siga rogul adult soril mo partner tagi the program. Hopefully President as edel lomalmin mo master diver ing mapatok adara belaw sa il take over galurior komsulang.
هذه سؤال شيرت يعني يملرا قدمنا مارشال أقدوك بيتابي برا آدم رجال يجي مصادرة بلورا لوس فيغاس تم مصادرة سين تريجل بالي اللي تريجل برغم لاي algo مسألة دي فال عندي برغم لاي إنجيلا ده سيل أورنر عندي تيب دارت التلال الصورة ترى تريجل ويترس ما قلت ويترس ما أدري قد سيل دارت التلال غرغرين ترى أيها قرا دي قلت بدل ده سولة بيبير التايم قدام مسجل الوريور إذا قد سات على يعني قلنا سا كلول بارت رجع يد الوريور عنها تيب لتيجا سيل بنوينا نير أوكيا قدام يصير برتير كلولو ده سيد الأورنيم قد إنجويج أنا على كده راسه discover this دي سؤال شيء راسه توتاو يجي ملارا أقام ملل مل البقرة نوم البقرة 7 دوري رامو توتا إلى توتاو لو بنجلا دكتور أنريك سالا you don't know if you know him from Natchio نارتيا تريا دريق البارتنر سكيد ترتيا الأكتورا مارين سبيشال بلانينج غير دمنا دكتور أنريك سالا البروموت تايجل تقوله سه هذا preserve area يعني دموده سه spillover effect من of course كده تمال سوري لو ليسر بلاو البلو المغريوم لما الوالور تاع الانفايرمنت تري especially يعني كده protected area سرقيد المقتقرية ngari tiat spillover effect matutagi ulang dimla tutagi mal albaqla yim al baqra fa amutiaw lo mesaigal gadasal lo mel gadamral mo you know the sel uksad al mesasel lo singal ngar rubagala se segal ngar tira 2014 el al blalu termina 2024 what's going to be the difference sel expedition they're here for almost 2 months what I'm rula research they're going to go all the way to Helen Reef from southwest di close to trela advodo ese mangare gel positive malo bang negative raigal activities el gita marul di damal al mosomri al adar belawsel da طول البقلة يقال كذا سؤال ديال وايد يسأل سيدنا سان على تروي الترال ولا شيء يقرأ كده سب كل عمره الغطاء تقدر شيء بتلهم إلا دي تتعود مثلا Palau fireworks شو لا لك ما وقتي ما والغيوم مسا فايس بريزيدنت انت الابديت كده
Mr. President, cabinet members, media, le Director of Bureau of Public Safety, Director Levit. المهم أقول كده لنقال توريست هذا شابالم لو ديبوسرا شيء German channel. أقول sorry for
Thank you all for coming. I would like to explain, without going into details, for anonymity for various reasons, because there's investigations going on. Our office received a report at 1300 hours on Monday about a missing diver. I immediately notified our Maritime Law Division when we do search and rescue about the situation. The Corps State contacted us as well, the Rangers, so we were working with multiple agencies, the local dive shops, anyone that lives along the shoreline to find out where this person might be. Being in the Bureau of Public Safety, all lives matter to me, law enforcement, tourists, Palauans, everyone. So the first thing I want to do is get some boots on the ground and start looking for this individual because it's time sensitive. It's been 5 days now. We've been searching nonstop. We have 2 boats out there, a 14-man crew and a 3-man crew. But after 5 days, an individual won't survive after not having water. He's in salt water, so it's getting close.
It's 3 days if it's Monday,
And
Tuesday, Wednesday.
I'm sorry.
3 days.
3 days. 3 days. I have bad rating. It's been since Monday, so within the 3 to 5 day window is what I meant to say.
Yes.
The individual is presumably deceased. We're not giving up efforts. We're also working with Immigration and Customs, check manifests everywhere in case the individual did leave island. Efforts are continuing, but we're going to pull our police force back because of the different tides. We've been searching 24 hours since Monday. We cannot find this individual. All the statements we have up to this point appears to be an accident, and that's how we're going to treat it. So once family members are notified, we'll notify the public of what's going on. But the main thing is that we're very grateful for the local support we've got from everyone, not just law enforcement, just everyone in the area, to include
To
private
companies,
businesses, of what's going on. And if you have any information leading to this, please contact our office. Susan.
And
Can,
praying for their families.
can I just ask a quick question? How was the weather on Monday?
Well, when I got the call at the 1300, there's been various NEMO reports that we get, everyone gets. And the first thing I told them, the chief of the DMLE, was make sure we're not at risk. If you need to go out there and the weather's really bad, there's gonna have to be a judgment call, but we don't wanna risk our lives to lose a life trying to save a life.
Safety.
It's a big safety issue, and that's what public safety is all about. So after being underwater for several hours, we assumed that he's not there. We were there within 42 minutes of arrival, and that's where our efforts of searching kicked in.
Was it a rough weather?
That's what they're-
It's, they were advised not to go out. So that was the call. And our boats are limited, what they can do for boarding and so forth, of getting to the area. I just didn't want anyone to go out there and then not being able to return as well. So it was a judgment call. They still went out there. It was rough, but it was a risk management that we did. We did a risk analysis, and we assumed the responsibility if anything happened during that time.
Did you issue a public announcement, like, for the people if there see something?
It was announced on the radio later. I said, make sure social media is notified. But I was working with the other agencies, and I was told that I don't know which radio station it was, but they were notified. I'll get clarification for you. You are pertaining to the individual missing to notify the public?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because
Fishermen.
you said like you inform those who live by the shoreline and everybody.
In the immediate area.
Why not just public announcement for everybody to know?
Because I don't want to create a panic at the same time. It was an accident. It wasn't really related to the weather that we know of at this time.
But what would be the panic, the public panic, or?
To lock the roads down, to secure the area, and do an excessive search when we were just doing a water rescue at that moment.
Was he diving when
Yes.
he was missing?
Yeah.
What's his name and how old is he?
I cannot release that information until the family's been notified. Nationality was not of my concern, but I'm told it was, the person is Japanese.
What about the Filipino that got lost in Angara? Any final updates on that? Is that being closed?
That was before my time. I arrived on the 11th. Vice President may have more information, but
We'll start seeing at January 10. Muli endra January 14. While they are saying the 5-day period. They will recover anything.
Okay.
Nagda, open na,
Can you-
mula liw.
Oh, we're now open for
Yes,
questions?
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Transfer to.
Total, Mr. President, Vice President, Ministers, Director. So, since we started the questions with you, I'll go ahead and start with you. Excuse me. So, welcome back. Yeah, we had, so my questions are the questions that I still have on my list and before you left the island. So I guess my first question is, so how was your surgery on your arm? How did it go?
in one word, terrible. The problem was there's always follow-up surgeries, there's therapy, so my position needs to be filled, and I came back as soon as I could. It went as projected. I should have stayed longer, but I'm needed here more, and I can continue this at a later date.
So was that a surgery on your arm?
Yes.
Okay. Can you show?
Arm, hand.
Hand? Okay.
Vora ambes ay ukti personal question na ay ada kal appropriate tadang press conference
Oh, hindi ka presidente akmal ko yung ngora ngal ada ko ada kal blatak rabi earlier mangko di swakal di hospital ti ale nguat gingil wasing maram no ising dia ka
hindi kal blatak nga dira simura guru so
I see. Okay. Behala nga ako ng question nga kalbo confirm ng imang mo prove tel to. I mean, dakabal prove ding wal ko ra mo support tel ko sa diri. So when you left, one of the reasons that you never gave time for the media to question you was that you have a 30-day, 60-day, 100-day plan.
Yes.
And then I wanted to ask, if I was given a chance, I would have asked you, like, so what were the objectives and the goals of the plan? So can you, tell us what were those, and then if you complete those plans before you left for your medical treatment?
Sure, I can give you a rough idea. Because I'm new to the organization, any leader that comes into an organization would do a 30-day evaluation. You don't just come in and say it's run my way or no way. So I have to understand, quote-unquote, Palauan politics, how things work here with other agencies, if there is any interagency cooperations, the funding, the budgets, the morale of the people, and what are the current issues. That's the first 4 weeks of me coming here, to see how things are operating. Okay? When it comes into 60 days, I start implementing small changes. What are the work schedules? Are we actually targeting crime? Are the people working in the areas that they need to be? Are they qualified? So the 90-day plan was to evaluate the first month, second month, third month, and to finesse what I've discovered along the way, because we're constrained by budgets and manpower. But also during that time, you do know we've initiated a drug testing program. So I want to make sure that the people that are enforcing the law around here are 100% honest, true, have integrity. We discovered some issues. They were placed in a rehab program, and they're continually being evaluated. We're looking at, like the president mentioned earlier, is increasing pay so we can get empty vacant positions filled and putting them in the areas that we need, such as the jail and law enforcement, and then the other personnel can be backfilled, put into the police and fire, because we cross-train each other. When a division is short on personnel, we can just grab the firemen who already went to the police academy, put them in uniform, and have them work the road together. So it's a 30-day evaluation every month is what I go through.
So now that you're back, what's your plan now? Are you going to lay out like a 100-day plan or an annual plan, or?
Well, like the plan I just stated, it's evaluated every month on a basis. So we had my proposal that was submitted in October. Certain things didn't get done, such as the $30,000 I requested for vulnerabilities at the jail. Everyone knows about it. I mentioned it to the OEK. We're just going to have to do self-help, repair costs ourselves, or monitor with cameras in position, or put extra locks on things to make do with what we have until the new jail is finished. We're currently in the paper, social media, Facebook. We have positions that are open, and we're waiting for applicants. As of yesterday, I do have one person coming back. He's a detective. I've been trying to have him come back, and he's more than willing to work for us right now. But he's already been through the academy, and he's willing to work.
So one of the questions asked about your qualifications is your college degree, and that's been the issue because from your personal jacket, your resume, you stated a bachelor degree at Almeida University.
You said it, it's the wrong college.
Okay, what was the college?
Alameda, California, not in Texas.
It's is it University of Alameda or
Alameda, it's a distance learning class I took in Europe. I've explained this before.
distance learning class?
It's distance learning because when you're overseas, like I was for 35 years, that's the information I give you.
Okay, so would you be able to provide us with a copy of your degree?
As I stated before, I retired 22 years ago. All my possessions are in a box in my ex-brother-in-law's garage right now. I will fly to Europe if you pay for it, and I'll bring it back and show you. But I put everything away when I retired.
So, on that, maybe have we can have another press conference or press discussion and interview that we can go
Oh,
into
I-
just to move forward with the press conference, because there's a lot of other information and I'm sure questions.
I'd also like to just put on the record, and Mr. Cosolel was say, whether exist, not exist, may gagi the question ka, the law provides was a president as el appoint rangi dil other mortel el position na director of Bureau of Public Safety. At this time, agora irrelevant considering ang lasoy sa appointment na president ang kagi den bro laurio rel ang very extensive the discussion na gira like it plans ng tial lorior you know, it's really a non-issue because kagi den artia bro laurio rel at time, and because the law provides there was a president as el appointa ni the other mortal position and has decided was ang kagi dia.
Okay, actually, i-comment to mo ano mora. Ako mas it's very relevant. Len ng siya kalmo dengan lo siya kung dire ka technical concern ra other valuation nimle concern kami ura mo sa ng langkang.
Tila question of mora.
I mean, tell me higher. So say that ulma kugera ni.
So, sulang gambes. Kita mo praktak na imot to. Dengar ala da lomma sa background ni, adam la advice ra adram ringe tira uru do bantri. E based ra evaluation ri, adam le mega decision on hiring. Clear was media de kal sorry. Hindi ka bulgul da ngatiang ya da kantilum sa da o sisil to na moteral times sa da sa da. By the bora issues ra ela ka ngani against or tirabla police ya gira dam sa. So
may clarify kay most of my time is behind the scenes producer. Madik to ka your questions sa blue may all my game neutral o siya interview lo mangela a director gaw. We've made several inquiries at imlakatal. Metal mga nangyayalim raya. So I'm not.
May la question also. Arugol directors at more tilagi the interview process.
At mga concern of public president. So
let's be realistic. Tita na nga lang adarang o blue. Ali ka mo careful adoro.
I know about that and then direct accountable more other ko. I'm sorry mo nangyayang.
Yes. So ultimately, I mean, hindi mo understand na was kita arugula kami dito ngulo kasi aradang arabla budis ang directora before na degree clear. Let's be clear imod to koy. So that's why tingin na ba si Vice President was it's a non-issue umlak murgal was degree nga ang arabak sa nga Germany mal so mem senda kan momokbok mo kama we take it as is o marani maudang brura order end of story. I know, so many continued question, but what's the point?
Can I explain something to you? You're very important to us for public trust, okay? That's why I came here. Because of all the negativity about me, I show the president my certifications, okay? It's my military form, the DD Form 214 you get after you retire. It's all my military schools on there because even my dog training became in question, which is something I also did. I had my own business when I got out of the military. So I explained it all to him, I showed him, it wasn't necessary, but I wanted to have his confidence because of all the negativity I've been receiving. So I'm willing to work with you, but let's move on. Let's talk about current discussions of what's happening and what we can do to make this place better. Thank you.
Kung sulang edit mo mutal para emphasize sa dilo nga Mr. President. If we're gonna require say dal bachelor degree Thomas going back and taptokar I'm lo director of police santi kalobase, and that's because ang say dal ngarala president appoint ringel mo director of public safety misaling appoint ing sabel nguangi dil based ringel ko klom represent lo say gayda qualifications ingel mortegi dal lorior mang so lang ba ita kon sabi
na kami ko nagit edik krira imon mal relevant. I'm going to add to the welcome greeting from our president. welcome to Palau, and then it's nice to connect the face to the document. As you know, before you left, Mr. Richard Ngiratrang was deputy director. Yeah. And then you appoint, the vice president appoint him, and he was disqualified because he was not a police officer.
Yes.
While you were away, he was certified as a police officer, I think lieutenant, and then also, I guess, reappointed as a deputy director. While you're away in U.S., you appoint 4 acting directors while he was in office,
Yes.
deputy. You know. Now you arrive, he's gone.
Yes.
He says resign. Do you have anything to do with his resignation?
Not at all. So let me explain that.
But you do have a bad relationship with him before you left, right?
My job when I first arrived here, I told him, I'm going to try to make you the next director. That's what I worked with. The issue I have is his position description. As a deputy director, he could only fulfill the director position 25% of the time. Therefore, I could not make him acting director. Okay? His job was to assist me, to help me. But when I started giving more and more responsibilities, he wasn't at that speed. I was taking time, 3 months, 6-month intervals, see how he's doing in his evaluation. I tried to get him promoted. I did a lot for him, but it was actually the regulations were his description. But I do my best with everyone around me. I give them everyone resources so they can do their job better.
So he has resigned.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And you have nothing to do with his resignation?
No, not at all.
Okay. Kung naman na mo air dar mi move on mo next question nga question
Hindi
nga.
dekal erda naman. Hindi dekal gedo kumsada Richard ala kana. Oise. Dito dang na si Richard am na reason.
Ada.
So.
Di sumdo kung sirgam leya mo mre ke other Palau Giren mo mre me giren mo director al dibusa a director that makes sense to me. Well, the deputy nga mo amre de la motivo so ngul ada mo ay ka aurora blul ada mai sei mo sugom de bol redra te wal ada mo acting ngari ul ada ngi elang ko me ngi resign ngo de make sense ndi ering
ya kala Christmas tele ka Mr. Ulutong kamal you know, you have your legal background. I got to kaya this question, ringgel director, decide kung tanga mo acting. This question, na presidente decide kung tanga mo director of Bureau of Public Safety. So it's a call for discretion. Within his discretional decision, ay aldo mang ngakapok kultura my thinking, hindi ngay kidil director, based la rablabulis, ngaya ultimate authority on the operation, on the management, on the staff. Matya discretion na Mr. Levitrel, Director, Bureau of Public Safety. As the discretion was in tanga mo Director of Labulis, lies with the President. May kamal lungin mo, dingek mo say gidi amle discretionary, eklisi el, malil trak mo tanga mo acting director.
Alak ka last question kung Vice President. Kung ngariang alam o mereda ng kamal kung rabli pulis, lo ang ralla, mga executive order. Ka adilur nga kalwase, di kasi magrangalin, kati kal ngara yung nem. Kasi improve tiyaling nga president mereda ya. President mereda ng ngara into sa administration, di ka ngara alam rin.
Tilagi dati kaya mo musiki se la alkakmol akmol way select local was say according to the statute the rules of Bureau of Public Safety director ngeya oversee role management. In fact, that was just a discussion we had as the cabinet was directors tiga ultimate authority over the management regel bureau lang ari. Bere mo at rules ko mga niyangod al.
Di ka ngara alam rin.
Dia kalakangar alakan ngay. Diesel the Bureau of Public Safety and kay the ultimate authority. Thank you.
I think I'll report to my Vice President. Sa ka question al giral Mr. Urudo. I think that's clear.
That's clear. Reports. Okay. Any questions from other ministers?
Oh, question nga kalukti mara.
Okay, po.
ask a question na karong era la time. Kapto ko ngil question sa matungo medi kadi mala reaction na president el girel sel arigal el tilo dara Bloomberg Green el kora se wat kora el girel sel ko se I'm sure you've seen the article makti so kal ask ra kadi reaction na ka.
Said was saying irresponsible reporting. Ora masano ora wa Bloomberg don't even interview the other Los Altamira until article. So that's the first thing I would say about Bloomberg. I expect was a news outlet wa Bloomberg, and the reporter should do a thorough job and get all the information and the facts correct. Unfortunate that mega accusation was for example what TNC I'm the former minister lang employee of government, so therefore ang ari ako influence sa TNC. Kaya belaw. Kita mega decision el base ra fact science el best gira other belaw. Umi Victor Ablora TNC tiam kitel toy. Tia tara organization ar belaw mrula to conservation suba na other belaw ay gawil toy. Mang cell insinuation was there's some kind of conspiracy or either other belal amadi makabulong magadi depend on other out of blue wara mangiti gayit was decide was kumkaranga is really as a reporter I take offense by mal kasi doniter other Bloomberg was sum komrura interview come down and do it mga dodora other nothing a fact akmadelo was saying it's ngari influencer tir. It's clear wasn't along the door. But hindi mo lang the door kama. Hindi mo lang the door minister, hindi mo lang the door. So we would at least ask along the door are other involved. Tell you able understand was what are we trying to accomplish. So by sa ala Minister Victor, bol tiyo ko explain was ngara loruri under a blue prosperity where we were and where we're going. Sure.
Sulang Mr. President, sula lera question ng Waigel Blaldo President was we quoted in the article, but I don't remember el mod adu rangal reporter. At alam le quote rama marakok mlebebira interview dimlangal ngar segidel line of the story tira milu sringi. So like what the president said, we take a great offense al wasing because ang agal adawelam le employer at TNC ya TNC le influencer a palasira valur belaw. Kadamudel was TNC langar belaw for 30 years. Sira TNC help el cook develop protected areas network valur belaw gida mal proud ringi. Sing maknit at TNC sira help Agora state to develop el bolo mga electric mong dial matamal marandra southern Lagun seng makit TNC mle help agok plurangar lom ayang develop fisheries management planner tier seng makit di gel southern motakliak kasi palasil gidar murtra al ser al time lo say 100% management with 30% protection ay commitment traveler belaw dakal bees el tal administration or president tamli eng moringi kadal amla rong siya former president mga san member high level panel for the ocean sir kasi priority belaw mo move toward the 100% ocean management commitment traveler belaw under CBD 30% protection mong dia ka ngod kasi TNC mle influence ay gal policy valor belaw it's policy valor belal exist agok ti administration representative sir sera sis emlarnya la proposal la introduce nya House of Delegates sir kasi memad open ra Palau National Marine Sanctuary 100% siya dimla ka do marani kada lumrar kasi nga nagagil tablol para sir belaw malsum kadam masadara impact ra Palau National Marine Sanctuary mora food security ma revenue ra valor belaw ay kaya baseline gid ospe move toward 100%
with a minimum الجيل غاريا 30% protection mga gigi palasil gida alil ara blue prosperity plan emlo siganges el kwasem magara address sel mle concern ra olvira kalulaw el address ay gagi del policy issues el gida umrang ulma presidenta direga mle tara a lidera Pacific el ngi mablura fichi amlo establish sel dipsi panra dipsi coalition consistent with aigel priority maigel domral gire la kwasya debe da close to tel muy la vol blak tak la gigi mung dial tar adra krel belal me insinuate tatol gida madel kwasen dial marang el bebira time gada dilmu ge rang sara ngara krel belal mek murgi dal wasetia gida al amle ultial toy muy la vol blak tak la gigi gida mre ngasule la the Nature Conservancy Niatero, Conservation International, no sabihin maskit sel total 7.8 millions over the next 3 years and no help replace lost revenue while gida marura marine spatial planning. Marine spatial planning also mo recommend the opening pala sirigida kwa sendia volge grey sel protection rather percent. O sisil el sel gida l'omrania president el sel intentra PNMS may gagi del policy ulmagada mloror kwasi gamedor lo banget tal whole of Pacific le del gider belan dal sab edel manage effectively ra hada bella Pacific ma ulmagada mlo real kukir sel unlogging blue Pacific prosperity again muldas lo manage ra 100% ra Pacific Ocean with a minimum of 30% protection el niya science ako siya gigi important al sumugada suad el ensure a healthy ocean address at climate change ay gigi el garbila asab ed lo real girel mang arigal el gora timing wise en dialungi la temel tel arigal actually last year kadam lo reng sel kwasem motob da arigal as early as June last year Temilingil metsen waril oltobring mong it tuming politically motivated al arigal mada di besel lo ay se edim laga tal time el goram lo oger adi hutsul ade velak musengaral de swil gireltia sea important lo hacen kada masadara policy tirangara krel velak wasetial amakitan adar velak dit ladim loger tirgel do der paset agu kul do suira ngod ral do suela president edim laga tal time el loger normal ade velar pase ngukral do sul girel tial isul gida masadri ngara arigal mogal asum el oyu arigal
be geder diregal gida mam dangel wase igal ka karo sul NGO Ayer mal mokte karinya giran ara belao help ra kidar other belao so that we can make informed decisions and we can do what's best to gira other belao ndi gadi mo blagatak Maria one organization umra lo se da kala intent and I'll name it Pew aga malong se Pew atriya daga they don't care about Palau tidi care image tire emrul isira blula e bay mal isela igal bebira organization and malas mal by help prebela lo say this is the information we just help you you make a decision of another lo say what you want to do that's so nga ngolo do so la mesa tetelir ma pregaradeli ma gadmele kida millas lo ni tawdo delen kida amre ma se da close sanctuary at southern sanctuary we lost 3 million in revenue a year or more. El mesois from sang do spello lo ospitare o school. So no se don tiraudo. El 2.6 million I got lambre gal lederal help ri. We say that's the first time we've gotten money to replace what we lost in revenue. Yes, TNC am le help, CI am le help, Neoter am le help. Dik ngare agudong el trail organization and ngare krel libaseri. And one of them is Pew. Active taklois. That's mar baby ran adong al sera blur belal mali basari so all all the minister and what we've been trying to do, I say, I got resources gid, those be and more clungiolera other belo. And there's different ways to use them. Sem los mari, so also mga alsima, ege get out the loose. Nguso ko man help program mo ko ngania enough ludo del hindi kan make sense kita dawai tatteral milyon batro tial the bed. Rather masyan mar other FSM longer tial tuna malublo rit marode. Agingara maloro angele presenter FSM wasa koman sulangan mlaklo sura tabi himal dingara agim na lana padila mrap cool sel igar kami adi merit mertial ngel ma makasoy partrang sel spill over agim moruri makatakay ngese umdeka and you know se amne se dalo bang maula tunot magego ro lo se tunot se ro tial uk unlocking blue prosperity awula tigiri do se mo officer ocean commissioner aiga a benefits that we leading in conservation ding gira the direct logic I get allen mergi the other well optimize the use of the resource gira other well I'll be at time in you know I get the organization outside nga ko gila presenter masano sa the other appeal sila gi mo mesertir because you know when you go back and more beginning at the well presenter mo sa mga milsado in sanctuary ngul gira no set time Terano dos peri, makasin 200 million dos peri, creator endowment, money out of the crack replace again bomb loose fishing and some cosmerital el basio. And was okay, there a problem. Hala mo over Andrew Forest. I give him Andrew Forest and send our drone and that was it. Magimar Washington DC, I give more take the pew. Et tamal volunteer me help get rulala, able there out and nothing. Tigil do still pew am Barbara Phoenix Islands maula President Mama Naragiri ba sa mo kol top tiada mga laka dilo kasun sang ramam dangaral relil merkama kala kung tel dabe ka ba otro adrasina kita we know lo se uktel kita ta kadwa agiri bas kita amdengel lo se for thousands of years through the process rabu la kama se important ta manage your resources sergit sustainable mang tel idea 100% management make sure asin se adam mol mangarae and this is quite important part 3 makara benefit tar other belo maula ya program nga se gather ula abs port ma dialer bela se el olgira dangalel ultral morashabal mung el al time radra shabala ngare del duro kringa ikra langawan morashabal se agira dan melti so se unlocking se makara nga igarte alla romnger en mara other belo edol mol mangara el laqad التمليك تاع اللغه الاخرى that's all we're trying to do yeah process to do we part of the process I get respect data and science ndi wa kamduk lama telan da bro albira lola armas wa sebe me bodola kamduk ba se hal kami do gra pikru wa semna mo time ndia pikru se hal kam tribolo ngali tiale en la mogol mo tribra uriule ega am close to trel arms. In fact, they produce 5.5 tons of sand a year. Important to get at climate change. So, say I'm a lad. Gira the Romas I got rolled to go. I'm a bother by our other blue. Almost sell best to get other bella. The real mod are was Ali, get other bella got. They other few other umbrella other bella.
Malabobla minister langwa ang wisil mi deklaraba. Igama president tam masarum.
The follow-up question, Minister, tayo del jawal impact I mean ang kadamsada tale Blue Prosperity Plan. Originally, kumilsada sila se 35 million, like President's talking about more ngap, kaya other facilities el mo support telureriu mang segi del so far is el kongilus el 7.8 million of cover the next 3 years melang ngara starus ra resta segi del funding el kambia ulorel girel
dik golgo le lo se ali ngurere aya ngurere ta aporta ngurere anyway
kamsulang lera questioner sel reference to sel Blue Prosperity Planner gida lo hace dos pera al salga que garen ngara 5 million rulia fishing port mula igel necessary facility support ra a development tra domestic tuna fishery ra blur belau. El al time ngatpang amla otobadia resolution el ngwa property ra sel kamesang dak mo limukra partner sel kargel ngar madala kamesang dak a resolution abel pasringira el almanda. We have a copy of the resolution mo el sharing mo awan raigel for the last 2 years kada relevant adang atpang kwaseng kadamla identify ra blur atpang lo aseng sa el moringa fishing port. In order for us to be able to fundraise el mangeswal mo rulia port engire la property mera national government. El al puile tamla otobadia resolution olbira ngatpang nung usegi del sa ministry. Direct for the last year ngaringa kumodoril maseng donor coordination meeting lobongela belura Siabal, Taiwan, Brigel, ma Australia, ma World Bank, ma China. So we've had a meeting every quarter for the last year and a half. El musu sera artirra ngeso el mo sobirir longo sugi del rulia fishing port magadrura hatchery facility ra ngatpang marula igel daseng processing facility ngaria al tablo bongela World Bank el total el ngeso el direct dol ngitertira ngara $1 million include a grant malon Siabal amla indicator kwaseng kada adul girela fishing port Taiwan amla indicator gora potential el sabil lo ser gidra hatchery aigarro go am require omsub leseng economic analysis dirga el gamaklo do monsorin mexulo asay agi rule legal facility sabil ngari omngeth kada madengel sera 2017 mlani assessment lia Foreign Fisheries Agency el kwasya 20% del klungel la basyon ngari omngeth ada kal sabil financially viable el morator omngeth la blur belau godo spare segid kwasya tial 20% tagegrei maselwan ra mokteger gidra sel PNMS Act el kwasya developer a domestic fishing alaga dore segid en kal sabil el richer sel el tara moktegerni كده بالأول ده مصر تيال PNMS أكتر قاسين دي conservation دي جمال تبلو مكتك conservation ما development لا domestic fishing مقدم لو مصر أتلت لا قاسي current لا هذا قال سبيل غسوجي الأتشيبة يقال تبلو المكتك ما أقول ما سيل قاسي كده balance را protection ما production قاسي كده مغرا متيجر سيجيذ البالانس أقول مقدم لولو يا سيل minimum القاسية whatever we do هذا protecting هذا قال كير المغير هذا 3% تاسن من الواسطة قدم open را aerial 70% analysis الالتايم غاري analysis ongoing المو help رجيد اللو مثل واسمو وغرق لونين لا باسيو تلا لي دي سلا ديال لانغاري اسبل generate enough revenue sustain ra fishery Tireger sel Bloomberg arigal langari consider other losia ad openia foreign fleet mutual me el al time I would say 99% radial langara era 20% a foreign fleets dial Siabal adilla bofi dial Taiwan dital Jackson Palau commercial fishing company on dial el other below so igay fax el ngarin el time daga ora quase teadoru ringi kada muru ringi girela muterwata kada muru ringi girar other belau diga da model quase kida ospe angeso kada magara structure tial tletel omnge del wasing girel ngania point in time ya igal fishing fleet ra ngodr belu amla model operator belau ulbet operate in partnership with agom bali ra belu belau sel priority rigida ko se kada magara SMCE sel daseng enabling environment mar other bela must will compete and all time in dia so building a fishing port awan ragel dom mesnir kwasay alagabol other bela control a fishing port and also other control romith al timing circle fishing port a privately owned dodingir kwasing diaga operation hindi diaga others ilo sparing bofi ngarngamla malgire basurti limited telil expandra operation ertir so seguida government ta kwasing giredel ruli seguida ngwa other bela mo al sel seguid mong other bela moria the sing negotiating power ngi mo adu kumbali rekre bela kwasing me dagal developer domestic fishery ngania klol benefit el mer other bela so gabol blak takal seguid len klor rengra other blur kwase kada merur tial girela other other bela kada merur ngil girela other bela digida menel kwase kada spe anges المليسي يجيد مرة بوينت المصب الديجيد لذي ذقتاسين كلوجو الديجيد تلقي بالمرين يجيد يجيد أملا مسني for the last 3 years را وكمبالي را تشخصون ما بوفي we need help and نجيد the regulators relationship سلا
هذا ذيك هذا couple things أقول يجيد سيل دومس تكتورا fishing industry رابلور ولا نجد رومس رأرنا ما ترى أسد راسين وال لذلك من وده قد سيل survive because قدام الكلوسر fishing industry اللي ترى من لقط كلول income رجال provide a bait fish من ترى أول سيل fishing port عمل proposal نرى عمل لا نقطع أنا سيل الأول من سيل provider نقال أول bait fish تميل الجرد نقالير مقدم مثلا synergies all that optimizer تيا لوميت البنفيت الأدر بيلو سيا مقتل للبول كلوكلث مدام ورا أري نبض كار بيبيرا رأي إذا foreign fishing fleet الكنترول كده كنترول
la answer a portion ra question nga president amne so kaloge ra se why ngatpang ngaramang ngatpang port ya ongerung minister di last follow up se you mentioned legal investment the build out port ma develop fishing fleet ra blue belau diguk domesegel studies ra to climate change sa magel na report to dal la tegi del guk to era warming ocean sama movement ra ngigra rada bra Pacific to ase do mesang kale dal kidanga Western Pacific al move mora east kal tunang ngaringia future sustainability regal investment al gidamlas man malang al time
مساورة غير قطبلول غير لم بوك انسير سيركو سين راو ول مغدو مسرا غطبان الفيشنج بورت ملاريا انتي دل مرا تشايغا كوسي غامم اسيسرا بلور بيلار كوسين را possibility expansion را بورت سيل اسسمنت را تشايغا املو كوسي غطبان ideal for fishing port لين مي دل مرا مدلا توالا ديال سالكلو dredging require المو دونيس المو accessible la vilas ngara beleng la velum telgi vel kmed el mer orior as opposed to consider a baby location direct el taramal ngani selingania ko segal fishing pandra ala ngangat pam seb el provide awala kada menel wasesera ngania omngede tolongak traba rai mal ubengat pangal mera ngamalal so igigi agora conditions el dul mesa wasing maral ideal el girela fishing port direct el gado mesra quasi the builder fishing port rangat pang allow for expansion ra tourism activity el morababel dava gado mesra ngar budum bel quasi one regel potential for eco tour dilangar oriora erte loral mora angar madubeng mal kagarak lol time clol costa ma adreli sel mo multi-purpose fishing portal supporter omngeth supporta tora tourism ng sabi edel expander sel tora tourism from being so focused ra rock island el mo sabi el mora babal da bedire kan ngaria diving site nga segi del west coast ra babal da so ay gida bebir gora benefits economic benefits sab edlo mesel mora tel fishing portal morning at pang edire I came to find out was it ya matatalu lungulir adran at pang mobil dra fishing porter say so imol state already tiang amlara the swim masaragi mo urtira to ma isra history ra ako sa tagi dra so ma mal maruringi mo ulm leveo tortira other sia utumel mera national government Sero longerul garimel gire la climate change maral ngania protection el wasea loral mo Miguel da vela Pacific yang igla mobile mora high seas location er vela wa diregal me del mora igel high seas packets mong egida menil kwase ngaria sel treaty ra biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction amla masara social media post la sabela amla mogotre blue ratify a treaty asera December ya a senate amle pasar sel joint house resolution el ratify a BBNJ ngaram important to say gidil treaty bol sab edel manage high seas allow regidar other Pacific el mornia quasials under tal loss and damage either at maskida a direct financial assistance or ngirel mo club de edra se lo mengedel mongarngira haisi lengal tuna mumul mor haisis ai agora uldasvel el gida dirgo meover quase magrada veo uldas madobra negotiating table ai gida su edlo se location el gida medel mora samo de haisis packet qad qasen mengeda sumung shift endiri qatlgibel med access el gida morgimo qad magra protector cell kuklem el tedma access el gida morngel el mora haisis so se dirga Kamang al ma igado mesel structure egal investment ma facilities el quase kada magara emrul way say mong diagadil bol to lose outra in the future. Musulang.
Minister maldi follow up pertial response sa Bloomberg article. Interesting na kasi 6 months ahead of time ako mong siya isel mang already na mo ring auriol girel. Diesel, kam ko ra elaborate sa statement ka say time wise not good. Kam ka kasi ngam ko sa tel arigal dia lungi la temel.
Elang election year mo ka the thing will more say giving sa edel lom rital waseng 6 months ago to asya arigal mo to de orega de el al January oro to pedi. Mong
kam sulang so other Bloomberg ta other ngarbela mlekora notice ka waseng article is coming.
Mlangar niya at least tool organization el quase alitia moto.
Okay. Outsider bela.
Outsider bela.
Ale ko gusto da madit digo de pelker tora udo ma tora sports ma minister super minister
هلا last شغل ديري غالي قدر understand الواسع I got sell the top of the article ديري والله سبر من كده السياسيين اللي جري بلاو من ديري غال affected ترجال donors تسولي لهم سكيد أو دو مور لا وقتي إن سي ما سي اللي جري وكسولي لهم سيرجيد وقتي لهم سيرجيد أجي كده why would we do that? أنا بقول دي كده ملي بس كده وسويت المقايسة هذا بلا لا سمع لك to prevent don't say immoral organization ولا لا immoral organization ولا prevent that على المرة هذا بلا هذا تيابل وات we should all work together كده لا كيني على دي
el presidente como naso ingiro to dia statement el gukna sa del long beiselen aiga como que el stories a twisted oiga mam na subject oiga gitu asiki atraga ministra sina maigam ngak but you have to respond to it aguk oyaul tiga to the mem you have to do something about it mangal ngasal ku meseng indi be blataklo
no and you know, we just tell unlocking Blue Pacific Prosperity, kadam lang nga 225 million. Ako already 500 million. Why you get the article? Ook mo prevent te allen make yourself 500 million. That's the reality. Sel kita partner. Ngari adal dim lakal partner. Kita baby ra NGO gul sa. Adim lakal partner seligang matu krabitang lo si krol all dalak. Lagi kita politics within NGOs and not outsider bela dekal ikita mlamo da mangarti
magote kadora tora udo de mora minister of finance minister kal amal mtunglisir la artel PCST selo toba da refund al mora I other bela mora idi kal bortigel adramud ablul de gamle hara tax mega 15,000 el medio segum la cheklo setiang discrimination violate the constitution of Palau or la discrimination of hotel to go. I understand the Mongolio or other Palau thing. Actually, escasely question go. Aku mesenga ngani la serious question kiri same. Psa agen murang irai minister kita presidente sengul mesa facilities ra marshal. Langa emil bui lama de ele murang marshal. Kita amlora blue lama elebet na micro emlora saibale emalebet elagam emlora asamo Solomon emalebet la stat la sports el practice train el gil sei e la quando ita la sengrai ke close el mum sisi ngin mal tigal mara marshal el bolwai siling kidar ada bela wai kamam la sports kita proud la kita ngaria sodalo misel kita mora competition el de bor tourist mal obet ambassador que molo sogol mumsisi musi agrego sem lastat
sama da bora udo de bora sports atang
o el de bora de lego.
Thank you. I'll make it quick then because sports is probably more interesting. Regarding PGST, personally I think the way we are doing this assistance to Palauans is the appropriate way. First, you collect the tax, then you provide the assistance. So it's not a tax break; it's assistance to our people. That changes the form of assistance that we're giving at a fundamental level. But regarding the focus on Palauans as opposed to non-Palauans. You know, the law was drafted by international legal teams, local legal teams, and was reviewed by the Congress with their legal teams. So none of us saw an issue there from a legal standpoint. There was concern that this is discriminatory at some level. But again, the assistance is provided after. And I think in some ways you can say that the Palauans are disadvantaged as a workforce compared to all of the other expenses that are provided to non-Palauans by law and by regulation. So your question is about, did we check with the legal team? The legal team was involved from the beginning and throughout the process to the end. And to this point, I'm not aware of anybody who has challenged this legally.
Sports mamsulangin maralungin akadim akmamu ulmo henjir kal bais modi atletele la sports PNOC real time agora about reputation walongora ala tora sports rebela selongora arngia Mr. Frank Yota ma baklait mengil ese NGO NGO longora ala facility gid rukari MOU lo mengela MPII dia malga direct el gangerira MHRCTD dia esra MHRCTD makulureng sa hearing ra dolongle la Senate ma adra PNOC mlobla katak lo setel PNOC aliak alath el dia gangering mera government ending malanges ra government e ongara ala facility ra government ma dirgam lomre kal lerul klobesera la memo akino ba babelinge la senator tapso lulungit el waseme bomome sep mugadam grange mo develop a sports policy gid ma ong tigam namora president mo gabo dome sep mun sedruli alad el momsu bringi magarang es modin moblakatak el muntial sports ang morweb trakas kalela a government. Masagit ado oringi el ang di selku kamitil momsao daratial maran mel legal games. Al headernya mis paklait temengil mau gardeu. Ya facility alak alwid ang guk MPI aya ngar alel el mru lagi kita facility. Ak orang arsegi de ngirmang emlasul musikal du ulele el link ra PNO sil mera arangalela government.
Just one quick follow-up. So, Minister, we know from Director of Tax that when he was here, we're gonna, I think, the amount of $2 million to disperse out for the Palauans. But for those non-Palauans who meet that $15,000 and below, how much would that be if they were eligible to receive these disbursements? The total amount for them.
Thank you for the question. We have not done an analysis on that, but just an update. We are still planning and are actually starting the process of preparing the checks, and we will be announcing the full details. It looks like we may distribute from Munes Elementary the checks in the second week of February. And I believe we've also starting, according to the director, collecting applications for the refund that are not related to salary and wages refund. So if you'd like, I'll look for that other information on how many of the others, but I suspect it's a large number, would be a majority.
Sula.
Okay. Orang namsada labulis sama Bloomberg sama PGST. Ncedo kora on a positive note. Akbil albakra mutior lang amle 8 alerta ngarsen mal albakra.
Turista.
7 دوري altia 7 دوري tutao. Mral me o siyokla mutel tenen mral mo alba. So that means tourism is good. Mahalad askara minister obiang bordu seleng luwadi smada skogi ka bol sol misada wil ice. Rio dong sim.
Grabe sa ngilang marong ka o mo marter gi.
Madriga teler musese.
Beringile kambesele. Pero saudam la mo so se de egal maral me am club gul. Da wala lendi ado mesra ongerul buil en especially gel charter sirgi del ngara Macau amo increase a flight moringa extra flight del matamla start al apply di sel charter ngara Macau me mo meskida 17 el flight al sela February egida madengel was tegid el January February mora beginning of March aigel kukte lira tourist regal maklul bulul mom galgol tel amisel o siga wil weather aige ablo ngara pick season ngaringa imora flight tel mostar tara February el 3 times a week mo ngara Hong Kong el me ngaringa 6 el charter flight lal apply makadam na kongay elbo directly ngara tuabdara nari talme ra alsela March. Hopefully able successful at the momrula charter every month. So ado mesa umrole la skogiem na pick up a frequency ringi madirekal lamo sabe edel masasel ngara siya bale tuabdal me. Se mal importante lang ngari erul toil sabe ermul agoteng tamo sabaril accommodate trial adrasyabal el turist el sorir el dimalmal tel merbelau alak luiden tirroqui instead ramoraquam merbelau alora el mangwaise om so li toda nari tanghaneda malmal tel me mormei ongerung en abolungi lalo dringi en sebel megewi Japan Airline ang All Nippon Skymark al makatratay ng mga president al selda siya le kada mga dadura kapalmen tam tirgala al gire lamang kardi ingara nglungu nga kada salol ngitang lungu ul kami hindi ka kay seul ngarang lungu was ang mo successful ay gay kidal al flight al may mang mo sa el makakuha pepira skogi endi kidam no closer last year alak alwida minister matulo ase kadam lang alak ro al telaila ese adolas maluas sa makarang dabal ringir el alir ada dabal ringi ang malungil endin dirgal ngigi del morsel pre-covid pre-covid kadam na kada ne ada dur ang lakrada tultela elam kada umral wasa igal skogil sebgal merelang alora el aungil il garul morngi ang malamolma direct mosbe ela igel besel skogil mesel waseng namo attractive namo ngaringa benefit ringi igal sebgal mei mongosi sebab esel alguk airline me mumang oi toka mondail albang lendi ado mesra karul ugogi wa tora tourism marail morbab seng makarang kada marail morbab dakalo butetelut
clarification. So 17 flights are February from Macau?
I see.
Single charter airline o bang multiple lang?
Say
Anchor
Oy.
Air?
Na amne se ulamul netablong. Hindi sel imong amlo restructure akong bali ma tingila asyobail sangel one. Magigidal imor el angidal angkor el angigid mo responsible igirela sel igel flight tira under a charter magel extra flight tel bolola era al sela February sel ngara Macau
sulang yang minister biang wilais ora di deksel meneng ase kom la mesa nge gambes nding uktiri kan ngara wil article ngara newspaper Financial Times South Bella. I think it's probably one of the best written articles. Gira damre asula la Four Seasons. Because of Four Seasons, malaigal kakaros in media May. So sell Financial Times amle se mal important se mal di target high end.
Singapore.
Yeah, London. This is long area ablulat and the regal dirgam later other Condé Travel, which is another high-end magazine, Travel and Leisure, and they're working on CNN. So the impact that they want on Four Seasons, I get the help pergi wheel ice and morablulat. So
President Aktido Olir. Next month mo ang fully booked the Four Seasons yat. Ese tena room ringile del tela la tal kasus ya wala suita 6,000.
Malmungiran wala minister la finance ng malkloludo hotel mapichi esti.
Ames medik serte ang mga nirmang marbeklat PMA tial Pacific Mission Airline. Amna conductor ongerul mediba karingil mahuriping mal successful. Kita madengel was amne hotel mediba karingia ulaba rakamsik almo emane successful el ang arial mutel imora other bela ul blel mediba karingi almo ara lakalwidang amne last week. Emal ne successful se ulang ngungila ngaringia ahengar tira skojora huripi mesel labong en dia kadrur tal makarang tadi arrange sa rogoy mandilen de tamora hengar ngwa adama ingwil information bodo ng liman dia kadita source out gal ngararwa Singapore ma huripi makwama ngaringil available ngarbela orela Emirates
$1/3 the cost.
I see. Yes.
Yes, $1. Yeah. Dambrang asuli. De un teale de orang asuli trial ol mri logrol shorgi drabe kalsils el oktober celsius tira elang. So happy birthday and mora Amanda Alexander. Gangara Bureau of Budget and Planning. Ira Director Agriculture. Area responsibility nirela. Diregal mora Dalton Thomas, of course, ngara Palau High School. Wam kya dimle terul ada am uburde la. So congratulations, happy birthday. Man mrenga sulir. Mrenga sulir bekla adru knosil tunin lang. No tim la kamala press conference gidan dim to kawil suadan. Oy kuman sulang al blolo bangedra bekal time mal dire kan mal ora full house media ri dire la mo name kada ada du dire asin mo ori ngel imora media ngeng Salvador talam se luk me mun chone ngem qoram na mo i sim dingula chone ngel dire kal pastra media
dia samle grel motel me le boycott for so many years la mo kumlaso swim na mo til ada la president da da ko mo
ada mo invite ri ya gira del kay se di compran sula dia solo mo kata trablo ada mo kata bek la ada bela ko man sula